it's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down there, trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm. Man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Primetime. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the boss is talking.
Yes, indeed. What's going on, beautiful people? It's time to rise and grind. Yeah, it's time to get your shine on. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah. I was gonna start it at the top of the hour. You know, we normally hit 7 o'clock. But I was out of town, had to get back to the office and jump on, and I'm gonna give it to you how I give it to you. You know. Today's a beautiful day. It is awesome out there today. It's already 150 degrees out in this month. Good Lord. July 29th, 2026 here in the great state of the SIP. And you know what? Time is constantly on the move. You know that out there that you just cannot put a cease to, you can't put a halt on, can't freeze it. You can't tell it to give you a moment, give me an opportunity. Can you just pause? Nope. It don't work that way. So today, ladies and gentlemen, this Primetime Rise and Grind, it's about early morning motivation. Get you hype, get you ready for the game, get you ready for the start of the day. Get a little bit of that smooth jazz to kick that thing off with. A little melody, melodic mood. Smooth. Very smooth. Like that Louis 14. Yes. H. How's everyone doing out there today? Get over here to this camera. How's everybody doing? How's your morning going? Have you jumped off with your routine? Are you being consistent with your routine? Are you being consistent with the things that you do to start your day? And if there are things that you're doing to start your day that are adverse to your success, then you need to straighten that. Get that tight. That's right. That's right. Pressing all the wrong buttons over here. Sometimes I get to doing things and moving too fast and throw my whole screen out of whack. Everything was like super large and I couldn't see anything on the screen. It's funny. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, back to you. Back to everything that you have going on this morning. What's your game plan for the day? Give it to me in the message or in the description. I want to know what your game plan is for the day. What you got going on for the day? Give me your right now. Let's see if we can line up with some serious synergy. But I do have a question that I want to ask everyone. I really do, because I want to know about the power of prayer for some of you. And you believe in prayer, you believe in putting in requests, right? So let's talk about that too. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here um, on the Primetime Network. So I'm asking you this because I really want to know. Man, let me send this to Jarrell. Let me send Jarrell the link. Get my brother in here with me this morning. He can help answer some of these questions too. It's about prayer, right? The power of prayer. And just like anything else, if you don't put, if you don't put anything into it, if it's not real, if it's not genuine, you're really not going to get anything out of it because you hardly believe in it yourself, right? It's like a deposit. If you put a deposit into the bank, you could go back to the bank at a particular time um, after it's been, updated in the system and make a withdrawal. You can make a withdrawal, ladies and gentlemen. But if you are constantly going to the big man upstairs, it's a metaphor, and putting in requests, right? You're asking to make a withdrawal without making any deposits. But of course, you got the believers and the big time Christians and Protestants and Baptists. Well, that's not our duty. We don't have to make a deposit. This is we talking about the power, the omnipotent, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, the end. Yeah, okay, sounds good. But I also remember in reading that you serve a jealous God. What make you think that he don't want deposits? He don't want your pure, unadulterated, fixated belief in him. Y'all be part-timing and don't be making deposits. When folks ask you who you believe in, what you working with, what is your stance when it comes to your belief system? And a bunch of you get to and come up with some kind of bullshit as it relates to what you think you believe in. And to tell you the truth, you don't believe in shit. It's just that when you get into a tight pinch, as they say, there are no atheists in foxholes. You don't understand what that means? Well, we're going to get Jarrell Braswell on here in just a minute. Yeah, we'll get Braswell on here in just a minute. There are no atheists in foxholes. And I'm not sitting there telling you that you have to be a Christian. I'm not sitting there telling you that you have to be a Catholic or a Baptist or a Methodist or Protestant. I'm not telling you about any of that. I'm asking the question about your belief system, about what you say you believe in wholeheartedly, and that, hey man, you stand 10 toes down on that. But when it comes to making those deposits to the same entity, the same omnipotent entity that you are saying that you believe in, you're not making any deposits. You just want withdrawals. You want to pray. You want to sit there and ask for forgiveness. You want to sit there and ask for everything under the sun. You asking for all of these things. but you are not committing yourself to even believing in the entity that you are asking or making request of. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is downright diabolical. You see, we don't sit there and touch that part of it because all we say is, hey man, go pray about it. Go sit there and bring it to the Lord. Hey, Jesus, take the wheel. When everything's happy-go-lucky, nobody's sitting there proclaiming and, gyrating and jumping around. And what is the deposit? And at the end of the day, whether you realize it or not, on both sides of the fence, the deposit really is your soul. Your spirit, that thing within you that keeps you moving and thinking, discernment, and all of the nice accolades and good catchphrases that we use. But guess what? Both entities, the Satan, Beelzebub, Lucifer, God himself, are looking for the same deposit. I want you to tell me when I'm wrong. You want to cash out, you got to give your soul. And a lot of you are part-time believers. You don't even believe in yourself, nonetheless trying to believe in something that you can't even see, smell, taste, nothing. It's only words that you've heard, because many of you haven't even read them. By a show of hands, how many of you have read the book, the Bible, from beginning to end on multiple occasions? Because you can't just sit down and read it in one sitting. I don't give a damn how many words you think you can read or how many pages you can read. With comprehension and understanding, how many of you have sat down and read the book from beginning to end? Genesis to Revelations. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. I'm talking about everything in between. Old Testament, New Testament. You're going to talk to me about Ruth. You're going to talk to me about Naomi. You're going to talk to me about Mary Magdalene. How many of you have really put in the time to read the book or read the articles that have been slated for what they call and consider your belief system as a Catholic or as a Christian? And on the other note, how many of you have actually read the Quran? All of the surahs, from the cow all the way through. How many of you have actually done that? I want to know. Because if you have not been putting the deposits into the metaphorical, metaphysical system of one's understanding, then guess what? There are no withdrawals that you can sit there and pull from that omnipotent bank. Because you don't believe. And you sit there and you ask yourself, man, why ain't nothing happening? Because you do not believe. You have to believe. And the deposits that are made, ladies and gentlemen, well, you might not want to admit it, but it's going to cost you your soul. On either side of the fence. So who are you really praying to? And I'm not using the superfluities of life as something to put on your back. No, I don't care if you go to the club and act a fool and do all. Man, we've all gone through those phases in life. That has nothing to do with what you believe in and paying dividends and putting in deposits into your belief system, your spiritual system. Well, how do you do that, G? I'm not talking about doing the Our Father, or Hail Mary, or anything along those lines. Even the catechism that you may have learned as a kid, that's not what I'm talking about. Or just words. Words that have a particular meaning that invoke certain things. Those are spells that you are saying. Don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you what it is. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now at the hour of our death. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. But lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from what? Deliver us from evil. For thine is the body of the kingdom. Come on, man. These are words that you're invoking, that you're saying, that you're attesting to. So when you say it and you just regurgitate and you're just pushing it out there, you're still invoking something, but you don't know what you're invoking. What's the deposit? There's no skin in the game. Because you don't really believe. Half-hearted. Right? I think it was Job. Was it Job? Stripped down, lost everything, family, pestilence, body covered with sores. It's just a story. But it was a story that happened because of Job's willingness not to break. Putting in deposits. While you have, quote unquote, Lucifer and God playing the game. Yeah. The powers that be play the game. Y'all might not understand it that way, but they playing the game. Any of your subjects, you put them through whatever you want to put them through. But see that dude right there, Job? Yeah. See Job? Job ain't going. Job believes in what? In me, nigga. No. I'm going to prove you're wrong. Loses family, loses children, hanging on to his life by a thread. And still did not break the will of Job. Still did not speak out against God. Family did. Everyone around him did. Man, you're dying. You've got leprosy. You're falling off. But his belief in the deposits that he'd made over the years, and not making requests, but following the will of the individual entity that he believes in, his belief in God was so strong. God knew. Man, I ain't play with me about Job. Give a damn what I do to Job. Give a damn what you do to Job. Job will not forsake me. Job will not turn his back on me. Job will turn his back on his family before he says no to me. Y'all keep playing, man. Keep playing. And keep putting yourself in a situation where you're pretending to believe. So if your prayers are being answered and you got a smile on your face at the end of the day, my question is, who really answered your prayer? Because the Satan can answer your prayer just the same. Lucifer can answer your prayer just the same. But y'all don't want to address that part of it. No. That'd be too much like right. That'd be too much like, someone giving you the keys to the city, but you shit on the city. Make it make some sense, people. Time and season. Y'all know I'm not going to be here for no long time. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. On Primetime, Rise and Grind. We get it in, we hit it, we get it, we gone. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for that 10 a.m. with Inside Speaks. Jonathan Shaw, Military Veterans Point of View. Yeah. But I also need to address something as well, because sometimes people make requests, they ask for things, and they're really not even sure, because they're not sure of what they're asking, because they don't see major movement. To them, they don't see how they can get over the hump when they put themselves in a particular situation with certain bodies or entities. Like I tell folks all the time, man, I'm not out here actively searching or looking for artists. I don't go put in requests for artists. People come to us and ask us to assist them. They ask us to assist them. I'm not knocking on artists' door talking about, hey man, come join our organization. No. So when it's brought to me that, hey, people want assistance, people are really looking for a way to carve out a career, I believe that they're serious, right? And if you notice with me, and if you've ever dealt with me, I'm not one to try to sit there and force a contract on you to get you locked into our system. No. I would much rather you get to know me, build a relationship with me. Let's start collaborating together. Let me assist you in helping you register your works and document what it is that you're wanting to do and working towards doing, making sure that you've secured your intellectual property. If you want to put the cart before the horse, hey man, I can't tell you what to do or not to do. That's not my job. But if you think that it's going to be all glitz and glamour and no work, and like I was saying earlier, no deposits into the system, then what do you expect to get out of it? Because if you've been doing it this long and haven't gotten anything out of it, or gained anything out of it, and I'm sitting here presenting to you, hey man, this is how you go get what it is that you're wanting to get out of your career, and you come up with something other than what we originally talked about, well, like I say, man, you people think that you can just come and go as you please. Nah, if you're rocking with me, you're rocking with me. If you're not, man, don't waste my time, because I will not waste yours. And so a lot of times people forget there's a probationary period with me. I'm not just going to jump off the cliff with you and the next thing you know, you walk in a different direction. Or your members don't, you know, really have a clue of what we're wanting to get accomplished. And so now you're back and forth. Nah, go figure out what it is that you want to get accomplished. Because we know what we're doing on our side. And once you lock in with us, you're really locked in with us. If not, man, look, I'm not gonna allow you to waste my time. No one. I don't care who it is. Roblo Escobar's drove in. He was on the West Coast. He was in Oakland. And he was heading back to Atlanta. And of course, you know, taking 20, you're driving through Meridian, Mississippi. I didn't know he was coming through Meridian, Mississippi. But he called, yo, G, what's up, man? I'm coming through your set. Hey, okay, let's link up. Let's get together. Let's do an interview. Let's chop it up, talk about business, and you keep it moving. That's a deposit being made. That's an individual believing in, hey, man, what we have going on. That's an artist that can see and has sat down in my office, has sat down at my home, has sat down and realized that, wait a minute, man. You ain't got to be an Arista. You ain't got to be a Universal. You don't have to be but you can sit there and put yourself in a situation where you rocking out with some people that believe in you just as much as you believe in yourself, and they're assisting you in building your portfolio, building your dossier, helping you build your catalog, which is needed to create that leverage, so that when you really want to go to a venture capitalist, hedge fund, the bank, you can do it on your own. You can go to the bank, show you how to sit there and leverage your catalog and gain what it is that you want to do, what you want to do over your career. But I can't do it with one song. That's not a catalog. That's one single. You need an extensive catalog to be able to leverage what it is that you're doing, to be able to say, hey, man, we have X amount of songs that are out there. This is the project that we're working on right now. These are the analytics. These are the numbers. We have true ownership of everything that we got going on, from booking to merchandise to products and services, you know, meet and greets, you name it, we're doing it. We're even creating tours for ourselves, local and regional tours, you know what I'm saying, hitting 5 clubs within the city or within that region in a certain amount of time, grabbing content, doing everything that we need to do, and pushing it out to the public, and sitting there gathering more fans and audience and building our base along the way as we go. We are putting in deposits, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big difference. And when people sit there and don't do that, and they have an idea of how their shit's supposed to work, guess what? I'm going to let them do what to do. Go do it the way that you know how to do it. And the way that I'm figuring, the way that you've been doing it is the way that you're going to continue to do it, because you have no other idea. I've talked to the artists, and I'm listening to them. They have no clue. But what I present to you is the truth, and it's boring as hell, and it takes time, and it's tedious and tasking, and hey. But that's not my problem. And guess what? When it's time for me to sit there and make a decision in terms of which direction I go, that's easy. That's real easy. In the opposite direction of you, my friend. What's going on, Deron Black? How you doing, my brother? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. Kansas City in the building. KC in the building. Let me give it to you right now. Time and season, people. How to know when it's time to level up. Recognizing your time and season. This morning we're talking about time and season. How to know when it's time to level up. Right? Everything has a time. Everything has a season. There is a time to learn, a time to prepare, a time to plant, a time to wait, a time to move. And there comes a time when you must leave what is comfortable and step into something greater. The problem is that many people recognize when a season has changed, but they are afraid to change with it. They remain in places they have already outgrown. They continue following routines that no longer produce results. They hold on to relationships that no longer support their growth. They keep asking yesterday's version of themselves to handle tomorrow's responsibilities. But when your season changes, your mindset must change. Your discipline must change. Your habits must change. Your circle may even have to change. And the way you see yourself, without question, it has to change. You cannot step into a greater season while carrying every habit from your previous one. Because you're going to fall back into the same routine, bringing along old baggage. Sometimes level up means doing more, sometimes it means doing less, but doing it better. Sometimes it means speaking up, sometimes it means becoming quiet enough to listen. Sometimes it means taking the opportunity. Sometimes it means walking away from something that looks good but no longer aligns with your purpose. The question is, how do you know when it's time to level up? You know it's time when your current environment can no longer contain your growth. You know it's time when what once challenged you has become too comfortable. You know it's time when you keep feeling a pull towards something greater. You know it's time when the same problems continue appearing because you refuse to make a different decision. You know it's time when your gift has developed, but your discipline has not caught up with your gift. You know it's time when opportunities are arriving that require a stronger, wiser, and more prepared version of you. But understand this, a new level will require something from you. You may have to release old habits. You may have to learn new skills. You may have to become more organized. You may have to stop depending on motivation and depend on discipline. You may have to separate yourself from people who only recognize who you used to be. Man, that's so real. Every level has a price. And are you ready and willing to pay that price? The question is not whether you want the opportunity. The question is whether you're willing to become the person capable of carrying it. Some people want greater visibility, but they're not prepared for greater responsibility. They want more money, but they have not learned how to manage what they already have. They want a larger platform, but they have not developed the consistency needed to maintain it. They want leadership, but they have not learned how to serve. They want the next level, but they're still negotiating with the habits, keeping them on the current one. Your time may be here, but are you ready for your season? You see, we don't ask ourselves those questions. Do not rush because someone else appears to be moving faster. Their season is not your season. Their assignment is not your assignment. Their timeline is not your timeline. A seed does not become discouraged because other trees are already producing fruit. It stays rooted. It receives what it needs. It depends and develops beneath the surface. And when its season arrives, it grows. Stop comparing your preparation and your preparation season to somebody else's harvest. Use this time wisely. Prepare yourself. Strengthen your foundation. Develop your character. Learn the business. Study your craft. Build the relationships. Create the systems. Get your mind right. Get your spirit right. Get your finances right. Because when your opportunity arrives, you may not have time to begin preparing. You must already be prepared. So today, ask yourself, what season am I in? Am I in a season of learning, a season of healing, building, a season of transition, releasing? Or is this my season to step forward and level up? Be honest with yourself. Do not force a harvest during your planting season. Do not remain hidden during your season to be seen. Do not keep holding on when your season is telling you to release. Do not continue playing small when life is calling you higher. Respect the season you are in, but do not become trapped inside it. When it is time to grow, grow. When it is time to move, move. When it is time to lead, make sure you lead. When it is time to level up, do not allow fear to convince you that comfort is where you belong. Your next level is not simply a new destination. It's a new version of you. Recognize your time, honor your season, prepare for the opportunity. And when the moment arrives, ladies and gentlemen, level up. Level the fuck up. Let's rise, let's grind, and let's make today count, good people. Let's make it count, right? Yeah. And I'm going to get out of here on this one. We'll give you an inspirational thought of the day. We're going to sit there and follow up with the Spanish class and the educational tutorial later on today with Industry Talk Live at 5. Your next season will require a stronger version of you. Don't ask for greater opportunities while resisting the growth necessary to carry them. You see, because growth can be uncomfortable. It challenges what you know. It challenges and exposes what you need to improve. It removes excuses and demands accountability. But discomfort does not always mean you're in the wrong place. Sometimes discomfort is evidence that you are growing beyond what once contained you. Do not run back to what is familiar simply because what is next feels unfamiliar. You prayed for growth. Remember what we talked about when it comes to prayer and making those deposits. Without belief, you asked for opportunity. You said you were ready for more. Now life is stretching you. Let the process develop you. Let the pressure strengthen you. Let the lesson prepare you. You are not being punished. You may be getting positioned. You ever thought about that? So, yeah. Make sure you all tap in with us later on today on Industry Talk, live at 5. We're going to sit there and jump off into some serious content and have a good time with it, you know. And, of course, we had a great time today here on the Primetime Network, Rise and Grind. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the conversation. And stay locked in, stay tuned in, and keep it pushing, man. Keep it pushing. You know, and as always, beautiful people, y'all know with me, man. It's always about health, wealth, and wellness. Keep it moving and grooving, baby. Keep it moving and grooving. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.